Alright, we are now looking at the second set. Now, this is one of the very beautifully crafted questions that I've come across in the recent past. It's a very nice question. Let's take a look at the logic involved in this. TS Builders has constructed a 6-floor building named Satvik Sadan in the heart of Delhi. Within a year of completion, all 180 flats. So, Satvik Sadan had 180 flats. Were occupied by 180 families, with each family staying in a different flat. So, one flat per family. Unfortunately, the very next year, the building was razed. It was declared as an illegal construction and hence was ordered to be razed. TS Builders, taking a moral responsibility, they're good guys, usually they don't do this, shifted all the families to another 6-floor building named TS Heights. So, Satvik Sadan is a starting point, moving to TS Heights. The families were randomly assigned the floors on which, in the new building. However, the number of flats was equal to 30 on each floor in Satvik Sadan. So, now please keep in mind, Satvik Sadan is 6 floors into 30 each. But TS Heights, this may or may not be 30 per floor. This we don't know. It's only mentioned that for Satvik Sadan it is 30 per floor. Okay, this is the information given to us. The following bar graph, so this bar graph provides information about the differences between families' phone numbers in Satvik Sadan and the TS Heights. For example, if a family was living in floor 5 and has now shifted to floor 6, then its floor difference will be 1. So, if you are going from lower to higher, the difference is positive. If you are going from higher to lower, so this is Satvik Sadan, this is TS Heights, then the difference is called to be negative. That is the information given. And this table gives partial information about the families who moved from floor in Satvik Sadan to the floor in TS Heights. For example, 3 families moved from second floor to first floor. So second floor, this is, which means this x-axis, it is y-axis. It's not been mentioned to us, but we should understand that this is talking about Satvik Sadan, and which means this part here should be TS Heights. So 3 families moved from second floor to the first floor. So this is that 3. This is how you are supposed to read it. Now let's go ahead and take a look at or make sense of this. Further, it is given that the number of families moving from third floor to the fourth floor. So third floor to the fourth floor, if this is x, it is same as those moving from first floor to second floor. First floor to second floor is also x. Also, the total number of families shifting from second floor to second floor. So 2 to 2, if I call this as y. And those who shifted from 1 to 3. So total of 2 to 2 and total of 1 to 3 is 18. So 1 to 3 and this. So these two total should be 18. So if I take one of them as y, the remaining should be 18 minus y. The remaining should be 18 minus y. Now, what else can I have? So look at this. Minus 5 is 7, which means how can I get a minus 5? I can get a minus 5 if people are going from 6th floor to first floor. 6th floor to first floor. That is the only way in which I can get minus 5. So 6th floor to first floor should be 7. So this is filled up. Now minus 4 is 0. How can I get a minus 4? There are 2 ways in which I can get a minus 4. 6 is going to 2 and 5 is going to 1. But the total is 0, which means nobody is going from 6 to 2. 6 to 2 is 0. And nobody is going from 5 to 1. This is also 0. So this is taken care of. So you're getting the logic. Similarly, if you look at plus 5, how do you get a plus 5? Plus 5 is got when you're going from 1 to 6, only one way. And this is 0, which means nobody is going from first floor to the 6th floor. Nobody is going from first to 6. So this is 0. If you're looking at this 15, you will notice that this is 4. So 4 means people are going from 1 to 5 or they're going from 2 to 6. So 1 to 5, if I call this as A, then 2 to 6 is H. Already it is given to us. But this total here, so please remember, this is my total. This total should be 15. So my A value can be easily calculated. So A value is 15 minus 8. So 15 minus 8 is 7. So one thing you'll start realizing is here the addition is happening of diagonals. So this 0 and this 0 basically gives you which value. So this is 5 to 1 and 6 to 2. 5 to 1 and 6 to 2. Basically, it is total of minus 4. This is minus 4, right? And adding up to 0. So the minus 4 should add up to 0. So basically, the sum of these diagonals should be 0, which is matching for us. Similarly, if you look at the 7, there's only one element here. So 6 to 1, 6 to 1. Where is that? 6 to 1 means minus 5, which is 7. If you look at this diagonal, that means 13, 8. So 4 to 1. What is 4 to 1? 4 to 1 is minus 3. Similarly, 5 to 2 is also minus 3. And 6 to 3. 6 to 3 is also minus 3. So total of minus 3. What is total of minus 3? Total is 25. So minus 3 total should be 25, out of which two numbers I already have, 13 and 8. So the remaining I can calculate. So 13 plus 8 is 20, I think 21. So this should be 4. So the diagonal totals we will know. So which means this diagonal total should be which one? So 3 to 1 minus 2. So minus 2 total. So this should be 1. This should be 1. Remember, if I am taking this diagonal, so this part, and this part, which means 3 to 1. 3 to 1 is minus 2. Similarly, 4 to 2 is 1. 5 to 3 is not known. 6 to 4 is not known. But the total of them should be 1. Already 1 is here, which means the remaining value should all be zeros. So this is a very, very nicely crafted question, in my opinion. And I really like this question. So the logic here is everything else will be zeros. So this is 0, 0, and 0. And the total is adding up to 1. So this diagonal will be 2 to 1. So minus 1. So minus 1 should be adding up to 27. And this diagonal over here is 1 to 1, 2 to 2. So basically adding up to 0 should be 47. So I can write down all the diagonals. So therefore this diagonal will be what? This diagonal is element 5 to 6. 5 to 6 is plus 1. So all plus 1s should add up to 23. But now I can get my x, because if you look at the diagonal, it is x plus 6 plus x plus 12 plus 3. So 12 plus 3 is 15. 15 plus 6 is 21. So I have 21 plus 2x adding up to 23. So my x is 1. I can write down what I want now. So my one variable is gone. So x is 1. 1 and 1. So we will slowly start filling up the table that way. So if you're looking at this diagonal here, this is 15 we already got. That 15 is difference of 4. 1 and 5. 1 and 5, the difference is plus 4. Right? So 1 going to 5 is plus 4. So the plus 4 diagonal is 15. Similarly, if you look at this, this is 1 going to, 3. This is 3. This 5 is belonging to 3 going to 6. 3 going to 6 is 3 plus 3 total. So the diagonal for plus 3, so this plus 3 is 11. This is 11. So this will be the diagonal of 4 going to 6. 4 going to 6 is plus 2. So this total is 24. And this will be, this diagonal will be which one? 1 going to 6. 1 going to 6 is plus 5, which is 0. So we have all the diagonals. Now we just have to put the numbers and get some answers. But one more thing you have to keep in mind is, every floor in Satwik Southern had 30 people, which means horizontally, each row should add up to 30. Horizontally, each row should add up to 30, which means if you look at the 6th row here, it should total to 30. I already have 7 plus 4, 11. 11 plus 10, 21. So this has to be 9. Similarly, 8 plus 8 is 16. 16 plus 3 is 19. So this has to be 11, because 19 plus 11 only will give you 30. So every row should add up to 30. Similarly, if you look at the 3rd row here, 0 plus 9 plus 1 plus 9 plus 5. So 9 plus 1 is 10. 10 plus 9 is 19. 19 plus 5 is 24. 24. So this has to be 6. And now if you look at the 27 wala diagonal, 9 plus 8. 9 plus 8 is 17. 17 plus 6 is 23. 23 plus 6 is 29. Did I do this correct? 27. So 6 to 5 is minus 1. Minus 5 is 1 is 27. So 7 plus 4, 11 plus 9, 20. 20 plus 10, 30. Yes, that's correct. So 3, 6 plus 3, 9. 9 2s are 18. 18 plus 8, 26. Yeah, I did that calculation correct. So 3 plus 6 is 9. 9 plus 8 is 17. 17 plus 9 is 26. So this has to be 1 because the total should add up to 27. Now, what else do we have? Let's take a look at, yes. So I will erase whatever is not required for me. There are too many things which I have written. So whatever is not required, I'll just erase it. So horizontally 30 we know. Now this vertical 7 we have already got. This 0 is taken care of. This 25 full diagonal we got. This 1 full diagonal we got. This 27 also full diagonal we got. Now 47 diagonal we did not get. Okay. We got this 23 diagonal, did we? 6 plus 1, 7, 8, 10, 20, 23. So this diagonal we got fully. 24 diagonal we do not get. 11 diagonal we do not get. 15 diagonal we got. 0 also we got. So we have some blank spaces. That's okay. Let's go ahead and start with variables. What else? What variables can I take? Yeah, so I will start with, yeah, let me call this as A. Let me call this as A, or instead of A, I don't need A. Let me take in terms of Y itself, because I know the diagonal total is 47. So 6 plus 9 is 15. 15 plus 11 is 26. 26 plus 10 is 36. So 36, so the remaining is 11. So this should be 11 minus Y. Okay. Now similarly, 11 minus Y, and let me see, where else can I get? Right. So let's fill up the remaining block. So I will take the row 1. Row 1 should be adding up to a total of 30. So I have 6 plus 1 is 7. 7 plus 7 is 14. 14 plus 18. 14 plus 18, 24 plus 8 is 32. So total should be 30 only. So 32 minus Y. So this should be Y minus 2. Now look at the diagonal of 11. So what should this number be? So the number over there should add up in such a way that it will add up to 11. So Y minus 2 plus 5 is Y plus 3. Y plus 3, so this should be 8 minus Y. Now look at this second row. It should add up to 30. So if you add this, the Y's will get cancelled. So 3 plus 6 is 9. 9 plus 8 is 17. 17 plus 8. 17 plus 8 should be 25. So this should be 5 over here. Now if you look at this, diagonal should be adding up to 24. So we have 18 plus 5, 23. 23 plus 9 is 32. But the total should be 24 only. So 32 minus Y. So the remaining should be Y minus 32. So 6, 8. So this should be Y minus 8. Now we have only one variable. How do we get this variable? This is where the idea should strike. So look at this. Each number represents, each cell represents number of people, correct? So your 18 minus Y should be greater than or equal to 0. Similarly, Y minus 2 should be greater than or equal to 0. Similarly, your Y itself should be greater than or equal to 0. 8 minus Y should also be positive or non-negative, and Y minus 8 should also be non-negative. This is where you'll get the hint. How can 8 minus Y also be greater than or equal to 0 and Y minus 8 also be greater than or equal to 0? If you analyze this carefully, you will get 8 greater than or equal to Y, and you will also get Y greater than or equal to 8. The only way in this can happen, in which this can happen, is when your Y equals to 8, and therefore you will get the entire structure now. If your Y is equal to 8, these two will become zeros. So there is a 0 here and there is a 0 here. So 11 minus Y will become, this 11 minus Y will become 11 minus 8, which is a 3. So Y itself will become 8. So you can erase this Y and you can write it as 8. And 18 minus Y is 18 minus 8. 18 minus 8 is 10. So you'll write it as 10. And Y minus 2 is 8 minus 2. So 8 minus 2 is 6. And this is your table. This is done. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the questions. The first question is, what is the total number of families that shifted to floor 2 in TS Heights? So the TS heights, if you look at floor 2, so this is your TS heights. Second floor, so vertical column total you need. So vertical column total, if you do this, 8 plus 1 is 9, 9 plus 5, 9 plus 6. 9 plus 6 is going to be 15. 9 plus 6 is 15. 15 plus 8, 23 plus 1 is 24. So this is vertical is 24. Therefore, your answer there will be 24. Okay. Next question is the maximum number of families shifted from floor M of Satvik Sadan to floor N of TS Heights. So let's look at where is the maximum shift happening. What is the highest number? The highest number we can see is 13. 13 is floor 4 to floor 1. So this is your M, this is your N. So M plus N is 5. It's a very, very straightforward answer. So the answer for the next question is 5. Then the next one, on how many floors of TS Heights did no family shift from any two of the floors of Satvik Sadan? So look at this carefully. On how many floors of TS Heights did no family shift from any two floors of the Satvik Sadan? So what do I need? I am looking at vertical columns because I'm looking at TS Heights where two floors, minimum two floors, people should not be shifting. So I'm looking at vertical columns where there are two zeros. I'm looking at vertical columns where there are two zeros. You can see column number 1 has two zeros. This is 1 0, this is 2 0, which means third floor nobody shifted to 1, fifth floor nobody shifted to 1. So in TS Heights, floor number 1, third floor of SS and fifth floor of SS did not go. Hence, that will be counted. Similarly, is there any other place where there are two zeros? Let's take a look at it. Yes, you can see row number 6. Which means, column number 6. Column number 6 means in TS Heights 6th floor, nobody came from the first floor of Satvik Sadan and nobody came from the 4th floor of Satvik Sadan. So, two such floors exists. Hence, your answer should be 2. Question number 8. The maximum number of families shifted to. So, shifted to which floor? So, you are supposed to look at the vertical totals. Vertical total. So, this is vertical total is 24. Shifted to which floor? Oh, sorry. So we are looking at maximum number of families shifted to which floor. So 6 plus 3. Okay, look at the okay. So we are looking at maximum families shifted to among 2, 3, 4, 5. So 2 is already we got 24. So if you're looking at 3, 10 plus 6 is 16. 16 plus 10 is 26. 26 plus 4 is 30. Then for 4th floor, 6 plus 5 is 11. 11 plus 4, this is 4. 11 plus 4 is 15. 15 plus 8, 23. Then for the 5th floor, 7 plus 9, 16. 16 plus 12, 28. 28 plus 20, 48. Clearly, this is the answer, which is your floor number 5. So maximum family shifted to floor number 5. That's your option D. Then if you're looking at no family shifted from third floor to. So third floor to which floor? Nobody shifted. So we'll have to look at third floor of Satvik Sadan and see what is happening there. So if you're looking at third floor of Satvik Sadan, nobody shifted. Okay. No, third floor of Satvik Sadan, nobody shifted from third floor to the first floor. So this is 0. So nobody shifted to the first floor. That is your answer. So floor 1. The last question here, an equal number of families shifted from floor 1 to floor X and floor Y. So floor 1 of Satvik Sadan, equal number of families shifted to 2 other floors. What are these 2? So if you look at it, from floor 1, So from floor 1, equal, 2 numbers are equal, 6 is equal and 6 is equal. So 6 shifted to 1 and 6 shifted to 4. So equal number of families shifted to 1 and 4 of TS Heights. So 1 and 4 of TS Heights, that is your answer. So 10th question, the answer is option B. This should be your answer, and yes, that is the correct answer. So this actually is, it requires a little bit of thinking. It's a very nicely crafted question. Let's move on to the next set.